Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. In this video, I'm going to show you some cards. I'm going to show you some cards that I'd sent off to SGC. Cards that I got out of my closet. I'm still going through a couple boxes there, not quite finished up yet. And show you some cards that I got at a card show that I sent off to get graded. And they just recently came back, and I'm pretty excited. Now, I'm kind of caught in a collecting rut, and I'm going to work my way out of it by the time I get to Strongsville. See, I'm doing this dang showcase showdown with Mike, baseball collector, and we're having a blast. I hope you guys aren't tired of watching it, those of you that do. But if you don't watch it, get over to Baseball Collector and look at Showcase Showdown and look at it. We're having some fun. And I've been kind of on a losing streak in the last three players. And so what I'm doing is I'm sending off cards to complete runs of, for instance, some Don Drysdales and some Stargels and different things that I'm just trying to complete. So if that player gets chosen off the wheel, at least I I can put up some kind of fight and show some good cards. But I have not been picking up any big cards lately. Now, part of that's because it's still the first quarter of the year, and I want to save up and go buy some cards at a show. If I'm going to spend some bigger money, and when I say bigger money, it's anywhere from $700 on up for a card. I have to make money at a card show or sell some cards to be able to afford to do that. I can't just I guess I could. Again, I don't want to put any kind of hindrance on our family or anything like that. But if I sell some cards, to me it's found money, and it's my money that I get to spend on. And I haven't purchased any big cards as of yet this year. But I'm having fun going through these boxes, spinning some runs. So I guess that's where I'm concentrated at right now. But man, Strongsville's coming up, and I'm pretty excited. We got about 40 people signed up to go to Strongsville that are YouTube content creators, and I've had about 15 to 20 people reach out that aren't content creators, but they watch, and they say, hey, I'm going to be there. So we have a room secured as far as a gathering place in a hotel that's right by the arena. And next video or two, I'm going to put out some more information about Strongsville. But as of right now, I'm just going to show you some cards that I got graded and see what you think of them. So I'm going to turn this around, and please enjoy. All right, so first of all, we're going to go from newest to oldest cards. Now, most of these are older cards, and I'm getting very close to finishing the Eddie Matthews run. I got 3 cards that I'm sending off next that will help me finish his run. Now, a 64 Stargel. Hopefully you guys can see these a little bit better. A 1964 Don Drysdale. Beautiful looking card. A 1963 Whitey Ford. Those are some good looking cards right there. I'm going to get it to where you can see all of them. Now, I worked on some 61s from some Hall of Famers. My last submission, I sent in some 61s, and I decided to this time too. Robin Roberts in an SGC 4. Now, I know that there's been some changes going on, or going to be some changes going on with SGC and PSA, but I hope they don't change the way these SGC makes those older cards pop. Nellie Fox, 61. Luis Aparicio, And the last of the 61s, red shadings. Now, I might have a couple of these in my collection. I'm going to have to go through my book, and the duplicates are going to be put inside my showcases to sell. Now, the only 1960 that I sent off, I'm working on a Don Drysdale run because I know Mike has a Don Drysdale run, and I don't want him to embarrass me in Showcase Showdown with me having an inadequate Don Drysdale. Now, Warren Spahn, I'm getting closer and closer to finishing Warren Spahn. 1959. Now, I have purchased, coming up, I went to a wholesaler that sells cards, and he's going to help sell me some cards for card shows. And I have purchased some 59s that aren't in yet. But here's a 1959 Whitey Ford. 1958 Duke Snider in the lower grade. But still a good looking card. I know there's some stuff wrong with this, but I just think it's going to look really pretty next to the rest of my 58, or laying next to my Duke Snider stuff. Now here's a Eddie Matthews in a 57. A lot of snow on this, but it was in my collection, and so I'm going to keep it in my collection. I just want it encapsulated like the rest of my Eddie Matthews cards that I'm keeping. I know I already have this card, but this is going to go toward my inventory. 1955 Yogi Berra. Now, I was at a card show with my buddy Tom, and he was looking at this card. Tom and I collect quite a bit alike, but I wanted to get this card. Tom didn't pull the trigger on it, but it turned out to be a nice looking card. 1954 Johnston Cookies, Warren Spahn. Now, I sold and traded a card away to a buddy of mine, Tyler, that was a Burke Ross card. But I picked up another Burke Ross Bob Lemon. It just so happens he has the Mickey Mantle now and I don't. Now, these cards I picked up. I have a few of them in my showcases. And they're just authentic. They're hand cut. They're 1943 MP and Company. And here's a Carl Hubble. I don't know what it is about these cards, but I really like them. So not only did I get that one, but I got a Bill Dickey as well. And last but not least of the 43s, the Bob Feller. Now the Bob Feller, if you collect some Bob Feller cards, he doesn't have a ton of just what I would call regular cards. Now he has a lot of cards. They're more like the oddball kind of stuff. But I want to get more Bob Feller stuff in my collection, and I think that's going to be fun. That set's going to be fun to go after some of those cards, and then as many different Bob Feller cards as I can get. And I'm looking forward to Strongsville because there will be a bunch of Bob Feller's collectors up there. Now, guys, I just wanted to show you these cards that I picked up, and that's what I like doing best on my channel is showing cards. You know, I try to stay out of the drama, and if you like looking at cards, keep watching my channel because I try to show cards every day. Now, guys, listen, it's just a hobby. Collect what you like.